Thank you, Madam Chairman. Administrator, welcome. It's good to see you. I'm going to start with a subject that I've discussed with you several times, and that's establishing permanent nationwide year-round E15 availability. As you know, my bill, the Nationwide Consumer and Retailer Fuel Choice Act, would simply allow, not a mandate, the year-round sale of E15. However, some of my colleagues have referenced my bill and the regulatory efforts EPA has taken under your leadership to allow year-round E15 as mandates. So, Administrator, is my bill or the actions you have taken at EPA in any way a mandate for a gas station to sell or an American consumer to buy E15?
No, Senator.
Is it also accurate that we have had year-round E15 through a patchwork of regulations since 2019, meaning this will be the 8th year that we have had E15 year-round?
That is accurate since 2019, yes.
Thank you. And during these past 8 years, are you aware of any refiners that have closed because consumers had a choice to purchase E15 year-round?
I am not aware of any refiner that closed because of that.
So we have basically had E15 year-round for 8 years, and the sky did not fall. Thank you, Administrator. It is about time to make permanent nationwide year-round E15 because consumers do deserve to have a choice at the gas station and an opportunity to save money. I also want to take a second to thank you for your work on finalizing the 2026 and 2027 renewable volume obligations. The RVOs are greatly appreciated, especially in Nebraska. This reinforces market demand for American-grown feedstocks, and it helps create more certainty for our farmers and biofuel producers. How do you see these RVOs helping with improving domestic energy production?
For one, certainty. When we came in, for certainty for members of Congress, too, they've been advocating for it. I don't know just how much of your bandwidth has to get occupied fighting for this very important priority of your constituents that I'm sure you'd rather be able to spend that time advocating for other important priorities of your constituents. But also certainty for Americans. And we have already moved on to RFS at 3. We cleared a backlog, a very long backlog, a very old backlog with the small refinery exemption requests. And it is our goal to make sure that there's more predictability going forward and more transparency going forward. The same manner in which we adjudicated this process last year is the same process that we're looking forward with, and subject to Congress's votes, any amendment to federal statute, we will follow our statutory obligations to administer these programs according to how Congress chooses to legislate it.
Thank you. You know, we hear the tremendous worries, the tremendous stresses throughout rural America, and especially with our ag producers, with our farmers, and the pleading that has gone on for years and years by farmers to help provide the certainty of that year-round sale of E15 and how that would make a huge difference to their bottom line when they deal with their ag lenders, for example, to have that certainty. And a lot of times in that conversation, what we leave out is how important this is to consumers as well. You know, it's cheaper at the gas pump. It has been shown that this does not ruin engines. Any vehicle that's been built after 2001 has no issues whatsoever putting E15 into their vehicle. So I appreciate your help on this. I would also like to turn to the role of EPA has in improving pesticides. Under FIFRA, EPA is required to conduct a rigorous science-based review to ensure a product meets federal safety standards for human health and the environment before they are approved for usage. Administrator, can you affirm that the top priority of EPA remains to ensure the safety of Americans?
Absolutely. Our core mission of protecting human health and the environment, which I cited multiple times in the opening remark, it is the opening remarks. It's our core mission. And we're very proud to say that the best announcement that we've put out in the last 15 months was on the one-year anniversary of President Trump's term in office, releasing that list of our top 500 environmental actions from that first year. My first conversation with Senator Capito, Chair Capito, after I was nominated, was while we have a lot of priorities across this agency and across the administration, that the environmental wins are something that always need to stay closest to our heart. You referenced the Fischer responsibilities. When we came in, we had a backlog of over 14,600. That backlog is now under 8,000. We continue to work that backlog down. When we went through our reorganization, we added scientists, we added full-time employees to that office, and Congress appropriated $17 million towards IT in March of '25 that we've used and deployed to make sure that we no longer have a situation where for days or weeks at a time, the computers just shut down and progress stops.
And for the record, Madam Chair, I would like to submit a question to the administrator about how your budget's going to ensure that it's sound science that determines the safety of products before they're approved for commercial use. So thank you, Administrator.